Hello and welcome to my channel. This is another in my Christmas 2017 card series. This card design is going to be for a child. It has a little Santa sticker and a little punch out, and it's a very quick card to go together. Let me move this out of the way and show you the materials for the card. In addition to the papers, I'll need the following inks: Ladybug, Bamboo Leaves, and Danube Blue by Memento, Versafine Onyx Black, and I will need 3 Wink of Stella glitter brushes. I have gold and green and red. The stamps I'm using today is going to be the Fiskars Seasons Greetings stamp set, the Stampabilities Ornament, and the Stampin Up Holiday Blocks. Also, I will be using a metal frame die cut. I'll need some rhinestones and some Santa stickers, and I'll show you how to do that. And I will be using this Stampamajig to line up my images, and it's a 2-piece. And I will also need my embossing buddy for the sticker. And I think that's it, so let me move this out of the way and start in making the card. The first step needs to be the die cutting. So I'm going to cut one of these frames out of the white. This is the same mat for the card front, and 2 from this black. So I'm going to take this off camera and cut it with my Big Shot. Alright, now here is the die cuts. So do not throw the white away, you need that. And this is not needed, but if you were very careful in the cutting, you could use it in something else, and these are not needed in this design. And again, you can use that in something else. Okay, and this is 2, but they stuck together. There. Now, going on to the only tricky part of the design, and that is to get the stamping on these little bits of paper. And for that, we need the Stampamajig. I've already pre-stamped the stamps, but they're starting to smear, so I'm going to start again to show you how to do it from start to finish. Where's my paper down? Okay. Okay, so you take the film of the Stampamajig. It has a matte side and a shiny side. You want the shiny side up. And I'm going to grab some black so you can see it better. And you just ink up the stamp and make sure that the film is right in the corner and the stamp is in the corner, and straight down and straight up. And I need to do that for each of the stamps. Okay, now I will use the Stampamajig to help me line this up, but I want to make sure, because this is not a square, it's a rectangle, so I want to make sure that I have the square going at the right direction. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to put a little bit of repositional tape on the back of the square, make it not so sticky, and just put it in place on this piece of paper and bring in this and just line it up where it needs to be. And once you have it, make sure this doesn't move, and ink up and straight down and straight up with the stamp. And because this is a solid stamp, I'm going to stamp it 2 times to make sure I get a solid impression. Okay? And just repeat that for all of them. My daughter is off camera helping me. Okay, that was the tricky part. Now we bring back the frame and the first mat, and I'm going to take a little bit of the glue adhesive. It's easier to do this with liquid adhesive, although you could use a tape, because the liquid adhesive is a little more forgiving and you get a little bit of wiggling around time for this. And don't put too much because it'll go right through the holes. Okay. Crooked. Now just glue the squares right in. Now take this piece and put the sentiment in it, and I already have the sentiment in my Messy tool ready to go. Of course it moved now. Need to add a little bit more adhesive to that so it's more sticky. And that's popped in the same way. There. Now everything goes, these two go on top and everything goes together. So I'm going to just let the music play and assemble the card. This is just a matter of making sure you line it up. And that's why I'm using the adhesive, because... Oh, what's the question?
Why don't you stamp it prior to cutting?
Stamp what prior to cutting?
Those little things.
Because I have to get them on this little teeny things. And it was too hard to line it up, figure out where to stamp it. And I'm doing 2 of these because it gives a little bit of dimension. I could actually do more, but I don't want to waste all that much paper because I'm making 6 of these.
Gotcha.
And that would be 12 pieces of paper. But it would look better if I had more. But since it's for children, it doesn't matter. They're going to look at it and just open it and see if there's any money in it. Now this is tricky. I want to just put the blue onto the bow.
How come you're not using those little, like the coloring on the thingy?
I don't like how it looks. It just doesn't look right.
Okay.
And then take the black and put it on the rest. See? Okay, that's the finished card. It's very quick and very easy to do. I don't think you can see it, but this has been sparkled up. Sparkled. What's the word? I made it sparkly with the Spectrum Nara pen. I hope you'll try this layout yourself. It's very simple. If you did not have this frame, you could just cut rectangles and put it together in the same layout with no trouble at all. I'd like to thank my daughter Jillian, who's helping me off camera and who's been helping me put my cards together. And I'd like to thank my brother David for the music that he's provided for my channel. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I like getting the comments and the good feedback from everyone. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day. Take care.